What's up, my LS Crazy Amigos? It's your boy Terry speaking from the garage shop once again. Here to offer you some more big bang for the buck product and info. First off, I want to say thank you for all the love and attention. And yes, a lot of people say I do kind of look like Muhammad Ali. When I go to the office every now and then, when I, I get stopped a lot. People saying, oh my God, you look like Muhammad Ali, young Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, they say, which is really beautiful because, growing up, I had a lot of role models, like my parents, number one, aunts, uncles, relatives, those were my most, like what's influential role models. But then, teachers and some of my sports role models, you had Bruce Lee, you had Walter Payton, Richard Petty, Wendell Scott, Terry Bradshaw. These are just idols of mine. Dr. J, you can't forget Dr. J. Oh my God. And, so those are my role models. But on top, it is Muhammad Ali. He is one of my role models. And it's a compliment to be told I kind of favor him a little. And that's great. Even though if you see my father, you would know that I favor him more so. But anyways, check it out. This is going to be answering some more common asked questions. Now, a while back, I did BRP brakes. And then I came back and I did how to hook up the e-brake on my 71 Chevelle that has the BRP set up on it, using the calipers from a 98 to a 02 Camaro / Firebird. Got some emails, how'd you hook up the brake lines, and that's great. I'm going to answer that right now. But first, what I want to do is I'm going to go over these calipers. Now remember, this is a caliper from a 98 to 2002 Camaro that's going to go on my 69 Camaro. And the back is going to go on once I put a 4 link in the back. So that's why I haven't put them on yet. You got to understand, also I've been getting questions about, why do I like them so much? I like these calipers because you got to look at them. First of all, they're dual piston. You can see them, they're dual piston. And hours upon hours of engineering went into putting these things, designing these things for the 98 2002 Camaro. Now, I also got, some questions about the soft lines, the lines. What do you do? How do you tie them in and everything like that? It's very, very simple. Very simple. First you got to do is you got to get yourself a guy who can flare. If you can get a flaring tool, fine. It's beautiful. What I did with this car, I got stainless steel brake lines all on this car for 71 Chevelle, okay? It's probably going to be the same, like 68 to 72, whatever. But anyway, get it for your year. And then what's going to happen is let's take the front. You see where the soft line goes? Because first of all, you're going to buy a soft line for the 98 to 2002 Camaro. Once you convert it, disc brakes, pads, soft line will be from a 98 to 2002 Camaro. Remember that. All right, and you see how this goes into like a little bracket, like a regular brake line. How it goes into a bracket. Okay, what you want to do is when you get these brackets from the junkyard, calipers, or if you buy them or you go to AutoZone or whatever, what I do is I cut the line right where it goes into the bracket, from the brake line coming off of the distribution block that goes to each cylinder. So I cut it. And what you want to do is when you go to the junkyard, make sure you get this little fitting right here, because this is a fitting for a metric. Now on the Chevelle, it's for standard. So what you want to do is you want to cut that fitting off, put this one in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get up under the car. You hear me? Get up under the car. When I go to school. Yeah, I went to college. We're going to get under the car. And I'm going to show you, pretty much you're going to do the same thing with the back. You're going to take this, like I said, cut the line and take the fitting. And let's get up under the car. Let's get under the car and I'll show you how I did mine. Let's go. Now we're at the rear of the car. Now another question I've been getting is, am I using a proportioning valve for this car? A brake guy told me once that he said that a proportioning valve is for usually, if you have front disc and rear drum, you want I think a 70-30 in the back, 60-40 stopping power. That's why you use a proportioning valve. I'm not using that. But if you have disc to disc, so disc in the front, disc in the back, you don't need it. If you have drums in the front, drums in the back, you don't need it. That's why these cars never had one. But so no, I'm not using it. I'm using the stock distribution block. And what I also want to point out is, okay, you're going to get the regular brake lines for 71 Chevelle, whatever Chevelle you have, whatever car you have. Now, in the center, you're going to have a soft line. There's another soft line in the center, in the rear, that goes over the axle. That you're going to stick with, like I said, you're going to have to get a 70, whatever year Chevelle. You're going to keep that stock. So basically, the whole brake line system you want stock up until where you flare out that fitting, and then the soft lines that go to the caliper, you want those to be 98 to 2002 Camaro / Firebird soft line. So let's get up under the car, let's shine a little light on the situation, and I'm going to show you how I tied mine in. All right, let's go. This line right here that goes from off the axle, like so you can see it right there, that goes off the axle, all right, from the distribution block up there, and you're going to have it all right here going across. Now, if you can see it right there, see that fitting in that where the soft line is? Let's try to get a better view. All right, there we go. That was that fitting that's in the soft line. That was the fitting that was in the caliper. That, like I said, get that fitting. If you can cut the line, cool. Save the fitting, and then you can see that little I guess it's like a little clip. I welded that to the axle, so the soft line can go from there. And that soft line is from a 98 to 2002 Camaro, and it goes to the caliper. And that's how I did the other side. And those are the soft lines that you're going to get, you know, that are 98 to 2002. And that's how I tied in the brake lines from 1971 Chevelle to work with 98 to 2002 Camaro / Firebird calipers. It's not that difficult, and that's pretty much it. You know, it's very, very simple. And I want to say thank you guys for all the questions, and keep them coming. No matter how simple you think they are, it may not be simple to someone else, and I'll try my best to answer them. So, looking at the clock on the wall, or should I say ceiling, it's time for me to head on off and, I don't know, start work, continue to work on the 67 Chevelle because it's coming along. And stay tuned, because what I'm doing is I almost got all the pieces for that LSA project, and I'm going to videotape it. So, as always, please be easy, and I will catch you guys real soon. Take care.